You want to get ripped, you want to get shredded, you want to get fit, but you don't have the right mindset. You know how to train, you know how to rest, you know how to eat, but what you need to know now is your notion, which is the last principle and most important principle of my trend guide, which is the 4 principle guide you need to build your dream body. In this video, you will learn the 5 pillars of Notion. And with these 5 pillars, you will know how to get into the proper mindset when training. Let's get into it. Trait 1, discipline. You have to do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Now, key phrase, especially when you don't feel like it, because that is when you build your discipline. That is how you become that one disciplined guy who goes to the gym every day and does that hard work. That's how you become the guy where you look at him and you go, holy fuck, what a beast, and everybody respects him. You can be that guy. You just have to be disciplined. You just have to do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. There's no other way to say it. Now, I want to go back to that key phrase, especially when you don't feel like it. Especially when you don't feel like it is the moment you build your discipline. That is how you build your discipline. If you think you're not a disciplined person, listen here. This is how you do it, alright? You won't build your discipline if you enjoy going to the gym. If you do these cutesy little workouts, alright? That is not how you build discipline. Alright? Yeah, build discipline by challenging yourself every day. That is actually how you become better. Alright? Alright. But if you don't enjoy going to the gym at all you gotta do is arrive. And that is enough to start building the discipline. Alright? If you don't want to go to the gym, think to yourself that this is a perfect time to level up your discipline. Because there's no other time to level up your discipline. When you're feeling motivated, pumped up, ready to go to the gym, your discipline won't build through those days. Your discipline will build in the days where you go when you don't want to. That's what people don't understand. I think you got that concept. Alright, that's enough of my little rant. Let me show you something. This is called the mid-cingulate cortex. Now, this is where all your willpower, your discipline, all that stuff, this is a seat of willpower inside your brain. Alright? Now, let me tell you something interesting. Every time you do something you don't want to do, guess what happens to this part of the brain? It grows. Your willpower and discipline grow. But if you don't work this part of the brain that much, and you don't you keep on doing things that you want to do, you don't work this part of the brain, you don't do things you don't want to do, guess what? It shrinks. It goes both ways. It shrinks as fast as it grows. So you gotta work this part of your brain every single day if you want good discipline. You gotta keep in mind that your discipline isn't permanent. It can go back, alright? So you gotta do the things you don't want to do every single day. And that is how you become that hardworking, disciplined guy you see at the gym. You might be thinking, no breaks? Every single day of my life, I have to challenge myself. I have to fucking, do stuff I don't want to every single day of my life. That doesn't sound like the best life, is it? But it's actually better than it actually sounds. Because if you're doing meaningful work, if you're doing something you like, if you're doing something that will benefit you in the future, and you keep doing that every single day, you will reap of its benefits eventually down the road. Trait 2, commitment. Branching right off of discipline is commitment. All right, once you set a goal, you gotta be committed. You gotta put your all into that goal once you set it. You even have to make some sacrifices if you want to set this goal. That could be friends, that could be video games, that could be, I don't know, money. You gotta make sacrifices if you want to be committed to a goal and make progress in a goal. And if you don't work towards this goal, if you don't stay dedicated, committed to this goal every single day, it will shrink back down to its original state, like the mid-cingulate cortex. So this isn't really something you could just do in your free time and then you could like go back to video games. All right, you gotta have that motion, otherwise you're gonna get fucked non-consensually. Fuck, I don't know if I could get banned from that. What I'm trying to say is that you gotta be unbalanced. All right, you gotta put a lot of effort into this. All right, you can't just balance things out. You can't be like, oh, I'll go to the gym at this time and then I'll take some rest. No, you gotta work 24/7. All right. You have to sacrifice for a goal. The more you sacrifice for a goal, the faster you will overcome it. And now I'm not saying that once you overcome a goal, it's over. No. Once you overcome a goal, it's on to the next, and on to the next, and on to the next, and on to the next. From the day you decide what it would be to the day you die. If you were to ask me what masculinity is, I wouldn't say that like toxic masculinity that like you'd be like familiar with, you know, like Sigma, Alpha. Shut the fuck up. Masculinity, to me at least, looks like this. I think I drew that wrong. No. But it looks like this. Or this. Or this. It's sticking to a goal that is aligned with who you are, working towards that goal every single day and staying committed to that goal. To me, at least, that is what masculinity is. Obviously, there might be a little more, but... Trait 3, unsatisfaction. You might think, wait, don't I want to be satisfied, you know? Be happy with your body? Body positivity? Shut the fuck up. No. If you really want to change, you have to be unhappy with where you are. And like the masculinity acronym from earlier, you gotta go from A to B. And to go from A to B, you have to be unsatisfied with A and want to go to B instead. You have to be unsatisfied with where you are and want to change and grow into something better. You're probably not satisfied with where you are right now, actually. That's why you clicked on this video, because you probably hate your body, right? You want to change your body for the better, right? That's why you're watching these videos. Here, let me get you another acronym. Hot Coal Rocks. Imagine you're on top of hot coal rocks. Ow, fuck. that hurts. You don't want to be on top of hot coal rocks. So what do when you're on top of hot coal rocks? You get off of them. Where are your hot coal rocks? Alright. It's a weird acronym, but imagine alright, imagine this is you. And these that whatever that is hot coal. Fuck, I fucked that up. Rocks. Now, if your hot coal rocks is below you, if you're above the level of your hot coal rocks, if your level of unsatisfaction is under where you are right now, you won't have the desire to change. So, imagine the hot coal rocks is where you are right now. Well, you're gonna want to get up right here. And imagine if the hot coal rocks are up here. Well, then you're probably even want to get even higher than that. Think about it. The hot coal rocks represent your unsatisfaction. It's not that deep. Alright, shut up. Let me cook. The hot coal rocks represent where you are unsatisfied. So where are your hot coal rocks? Are they beneath you? Are they above you? Or are they where you are right now? The main takeaway is you gotta set where you are unsatisfied higher. Alright? And by doing that, you will have a strong desire to grow. I'm okay with being fat. I'm okay with pulling 0 girls. You know, I don't care I'm disrespected by everyone. I'm respected in Fortnite because I have a high KD. What do you think that guy looks like? Do you think he's gonna get ripped in 1 year, or do you think the guy who hates his body is gonna get ripped in 1 year? Trait number 4, obsession. I want you to think of Kobe Bryant. You know him, famous basketball player, helicopter crash, but he's one of the greatest basketball players, right? Now, from the moment he woke up to the second he fell asleep, what do you think was on his mind? Basketball. Every second, every moment of the day, basketball. Every time he ate, basketball. Every time he trained, basketball. Every thought he had, basketball. He was obsessed with basketball. Look at where that got him. To become one of the greats, you have to become obsessed if you want to become great. If you thought of bodybuilding every single second of the day, if you were obsessed with bodybuilding, where do you think you would be a couple months from now, a couple years from now? Where do you think you would be? Well, your body would be built. You'd be amazing at bodybuilding. You'd be fucking ripped, bro. You have to obsess over a goal. And that is how you make good progress towards a goal. You have to be obsessed with point B and be unsatisfied with point A. And that is the fastest way you're gonna make progress. And otherwise, you're gonna be outcompeted by guys who want it more than you. You have to change who you are. And that will change your actions. And that will help you reach your end goal. A little side note. Guys who focus on the end result too much usually don't reach the end result fast enough. But guys who work on getting to who focus on the system built to getting to that goal, the guys who focus on improving that system every single day, those guys reach their goal a lot faster than somebody who focuses on the goal. Trait 5, boredom. Now this one's a little weird too. Boredom? What? Are you kidding me? What the segment? Why would I want to be bored? What about motivation? Motivation is good. Wanting to go to the gym is a good thing. But piggybacking, being dependent on that feeling of motivation is not. I could have just said all that bullshit earlier, you know? Gave you motivating quotes. But I don't want that. I want to help you. I want to help my audience. I don't want to give them a little burst of motivation for an hour and then, you know, they'll go back to like eating bullshit like an hour later, you know? I want to help you guys. Now, with that being said, you need to be used to being bored. Now, like I said earlier, you gotta do it even when you don't want to. Especially when you don't want to. The hardest part of being an athlete isn't doing the hard work. It's doing the hard work when you're bored. It's doing it consistently every single day, even though you're bored. Persisting through that boredom and staying committed to that goal. Great kickboxers, MMA fighters, you know, what do you think they do every single day? The exact same thing. They relearn the basics over and over and over again. That's not motivating. That's just boring. But that's how they become great. This is what your modern social media influencer tells you, you know? Your gym influencer tells you. They only show you the good parts to like motivate you, but they don't really show you the bad parts, the boring parts, all right? They don't show you how monotone it is every single day, going to the gym over and over and over again and getting very little progress, but it's still progress. But the reality is, doing the exact same thing every single day for months, years, decades, that shit's gonna kill you. But guess what? Past all that hours of boredom, disciplined hard work, you know, agony and shit, there are all the rewards you can imagine. You just have to do it every single day. Remember to fix your posture. My name's Saudre. Subscribe or some shit. Love you.